Shit.
But when they're walking across the bridge, the little boy, like a fucking idiot, turns on the rocket ship, and it makes all this sounds and stuff. And again, I know he's a little boy, I'm just joking. It was cool because you see it from the perspective of the deaf girl, because she's looking straight ahead and she sees the look of horror that comes over her parents' face as they're turning around, and over her shoulder, the little boy is, she knows that he's turned it on. And then, these fucking things come out of nowhere. Michael Bolton fast. I mean, it's fucking Sex on a Ship. It was like, boom. Because, John Krasinski does
this. This is a tale of Jack Tutorga.
Yeah. Captain Jack, Johnny Depp. But you see John Krasinski do the slow man running. He's trying to get to his son before he gets taken. And that fucking thing, what's his name? Eurasian Bolt comes out of the side and he's like, eek! And takes the boy down, and that's it. The boy's gone. And when he's taking his son back from the creek that Red River Creek breaking, is that
really kill all the more of the sandals, boy?
Take off that damn thing. That
Michelle, my belt.
I liked it. There's one scene though. They kind of bonded, father son kind of thing. He's kind of passed on the knowledge for him to
the old people,
the old man.
Oh, fuck.
He's walking by, and it scared the fuck. I don't know why, because you see him peripherally. You see this old man just kind of stand up, and I was like, hey, how you doing?
Hey guys! Whoa, big gulps, huh? Alright. Well, see you later.
It scared
He
the...
looked like an extra from a Rob Zombie
He looked
film.
like the new marquee for Long John Silver. I was like, holy shit, give me some fucking wings and chicken and some fish. But yeah, he's standing over the body of his wife, and they're standing there. And
How'd she die, by the way?
I don't know. He fucking clawed her to death. She
did
didn't
he
like
kill
fish.
her, or did the things kill her?
I think the things had killed her, and then he had maybe just found her.
That's one of the things.
That's like when you're walking into Cracker Barrel, but you don't see that old man that just stands up from the rocking chair. He's like, come to the hospital later. I'm like, what?
Let's play checkers. But when you stumble across this old man and his dead wife, it's one of the few shock surprises. Yeah. It shocks you. And you literally put your hand in front of the person next to you like you're a soccer mom and you're about to hit another car in front of you. You're like, whoa. It's going to be okay.
I just got, it scared the fuck out of me. I don't know why, but it wasn't one of those jerk scares.
Well,
but
old people are scary.
No, because he just stood up like nothing happened. And I was like, hey, how you doing? Out loud I said that, and they was like, hey, how you doing? Because it scared me. I don't know why. That's just how I am. I guess when I get scared, I ask them how they're doing. But anyhow, so that was a cool scene. Now
you find out she's pregnant early into the movie, and then she's carrying laundry up the steps, and there's this fucking goddamn nail.
Woo.
That fucking nail. And you see the nail pop up, and you're like, oh, that's gonna come into play later. She goes downstairs, and everyone knows that nail.
You never go downstairs.
That nail that you saw, she's gonna step on it. So you're just waiting for her to step on this fucking nail, and it's one of those tiny little things. Even that could have not been a nail. It could have been a thumbtack.
Ugh.
And I've stepped on a thumbtack before. That shit sucks.
It's like that. You know what the sound I'd make? You ever see that commercial for Walmart? It's like, Daddy's got to make some funny. Yeah. Or I would have made the sound that Marv made in Home Alone when he stepped on the floor in Home Alone 2. He's, oh, because it goes deep. It goes straight down into her
honest
fucking
to God,
foot.
that nail was more of a villain in the movie than the monsters were. Because it comes into play later, too.
I'm only buying Staples from now on.
The nail's there, and it pops up because she catches it on the laundry. And then when she goes back downstairs because she's going to have the baby, she steps on it. And she does a good job holding it in. But she also... And I thought this earlier on. I was like, why do you have frame pictures on the fucking wall? As soon as I saw those, I was like, those shits could fall off and ruin everything.
I know.
The frame picture falls off. The monster comes to fucking find her, and she sets a timer so that it'll go off. But one of the most tense scenes of the movie is she's hiding behind this thing and she's having contractions. And
not only did a fucking nail go through her foot, a baby's trying to eat its way out of her vagina. You got a problem.
Yeah. So finally the timer goes off. She escapes. She goes up to the bathtub. And then
that fucking monster felt so stupid too. He's like, God damn it.
John Krasinski's out in the woods with his son, and he's like, you can do this. This is what I've been teaching you. This is the whole point. And it was a touching scene in itself. Yeah. Because the son goes and he goes to do the rocket thing, and he sets off these fireworks. And what ends up coming out of that is a badass fucking directorial shot, dude. When he shows up, he pulls out the shotgun. It's revealed. He pulls off the sheets, and you see he's got the shotgun. He's walking through the house, stalking the house, trying to find out what's going on. And there's this scenery of fireworks going off in the background while he's walking around with a shotgun. Dude, fucking Independence Day level, badass, fucking amazing shit. That
it was really amazing. Like, yeah, he
fucking
definitely
awesome.
he owned that scene. He probably captured it forever on a film and put it in the frame.
And then he comes across the bathtub and it's full of blood and he thinks they've died.
Right.
And he's freaking out and it turns out she's in the tub. She had the baby because she's a fucking badass because 5 minutes later she's walking around. You have to be silent while delivering a baby. And that's one
Scientology.
Yeah, when Tom Cruise is your husband. But dude, that was intense as fuck.
Yep.
Like Jesus, and she did dude. Like
She ninja'd her shit.
when
I don't
you
know how
watch,
she did that.
yeah, as far as how she handled like fear and how she responded to pain and fear, that was one of the best horror performances ever. Monster water scene, dude, that put me on like high level fucking scared as shit. Like, but
There's a good there's a good monster there. When it goes in the water, by the way, too. When it goes,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah. When it gets in the water, oh
Man,
my god,
you don't know where it is.
I know.
Where the fuck is it?
Slithering around.
Yeah.
It's looking
But-
for your feet.
It made me cry. Like it
Yeah,
fucking made
dude,
me cry,
yeah.
dude.
That's when
And-
it gets to a point where you're like, you're eating a candy bar. It's like, is this nougat? Like you weren't expecting it.
We've talked about this in scenes before. Like we've had scenes in movies before where I've been like, as a dad, that makes me cry, and you're like, me not so much. But this made both of us cry.
Yeah, it got
like
to me.
it got to establish. Like the little girl, she's in the truck and he picks up the axe and it bitch smacks him and it's attacking the kids. And you see him stand up and his ribs are like ripped out almost, like he's fucked up. And he drops the axe and then he looks at the girl and then you go back to the conversation they had before about her feeling guilt about the son and like the kid telling him that he should tell him that he loves her. And he looks at her and in sign language, he says, "I love you. I've always loved you." And then he drops the axe, and you know that he's about to sacrifice himself for them. And this also goes back to the conversation Emily Blunt had with him earlier, where she was like, "Who are we if we can't protect our children? Please promise me you'll protect them." And even though this guy has literally devoted every waking moment he's had to figuring out how to stop these monsters, the only option he has now is to sacrifice himself.
So he lets out a long, giant Prince scream,
and it's very awkward.
Yeah, that's the part. Like everything else is like you're like, I can't fucking believe it. And then he goes, ah.
You're already like tearing up and you're emotional as fuck, and you think it's gonna be one kind of scream, but it's almost whimpery. It's like, ah!
It was like a wedgie kind of scream, like an unexpected wedgie in the hallway. But it wasn't like the man.
It landed nice.
It was nice at the end. It did come off nice.
It was.
I don't think it was.
I was like, there was tears rolling down my cheeks, and then I was like.